Hey everyone, so I felt really bad today for some reason. I kept feeling super tired but couldn't fight it off like normal and I kept passing out. I didn't really get to mess around with any weird decks like I planned. I also accidentally got to like mid diamond 2, and so I figured since I couldn't play much and didn't really want to lose my LP, I'd play a safer deck like Lurk, and then maybe tomorrow when I wake up I can just finish the last little bit of games to get masters. If everything goes well at least. I had a feeling that since Ezreal Cannon was basically deleted from ladder, that Lurk might be really good right now, and I think I was right. Lurk is also one of my favorite decks of all time. I mean, it's also one of the most frustrating when you miss Lurks. But shout out to Zalt, because last season he was the first one to get to Masters with Lurk, and so I found out about his list, which almost ran like no non-Lurk cards, and so it made it way more consistent and fun. The only change I made from his deck to mine is I ran one Bone Skewer instead of his Bloodbait. It's mainly because I really like to have the extra interaction, and I think Pyke is like one of the most broken parts about this deck, and I really like that this synergizes with him well and helps level him up faster. Also, because I think most people are familiar with Zalt's list by now, they're not really playing around Bone Skewers, they only really play around Pyke Spell. I think you can catch people by surprise sometimes. I will say though that Zalt actually thinks Bone Skewer is troll, I heard him say. But I mean, he's one-tricked this for so long that he could be right, and this could be troll. I don't know, it just feels really good to me. I just throw that out there so you can make your own choice. By the way, if you do decide to run Bloodbait over this, the main way you want to use Bloodbait is in combination when you lurk a Reksai. So because Reksai gives you 2 different lurks instead of 1, after you lurk him, you play the Bloodbait spell, and then next turn, it puts the Snapjaw on top of the deck, so now you can use it on a defensive turn, and trigger Reksai a second time in a row. So this helps you like turbo lurk, right? And level up all your stuff very fast. Just from my experience, I felt like Bone Skewer would be a bit better. Yeah, it's up to you guys. In case you guys don't know how Lurk works, basically whenever you attack with a unit, and by the way, it can be any unit, it doesn't have to be a Lurk unit you're attacking with. As long as a Lurk unit is on top of your deck when you attack, you trigger Lurk, and all of your Lurk units in your deck get +1 attack. Except for Reksai, when you lurk a Reksai, it actually lurks twice. And also when Reksai attacks himself, he gives you a bonus +1. So if you theoretically attack with a Reksai and also add a Reksai on top of your deck, you can get a maximum of +3 in that one round. And you can also only lurk once per round, so if you attack and trigger Lurk, and then play a Snapjaw Swarm after that, you won't trigger Lurk again. Also, before Reksai levels up, he actually goes back into his deck, so usually you only play this once you can actually level him up on that turn. But when you do attack with 10+ power and level him up, it becomes Overwhelm, and gives you 3 different Lurk cards in your hand, so it's really good, and then he stays on the board after that. And then so Pyke, when you lurk him, you actually draw him as a spell instead, and it's a Death from Below spell, 4 mana fast speed spell that deals his attack damage to an enemy, and then summons him. So it's a really crazy spell. And then he levels up from dealing 15+ damage, and the way he works when he's leveled up, whenever he kills a unit, he strikes the next weakest unit, and keeps going down the line if he keeps killing units, and so he can kill their entire board. Even through Spell Shield, right, because it doesn't actually count as a spell. So like if you use Pyke spell, and that strike is going to put him to 15 or more damage, you can't do it onto a Spell Shield unit, obviously, but if you do it onto a non-Spell Shield unit, then it will keep going down the line and then kill units with Spell Shield. And so it triggers that effect even if that attack will be the one to put him above 15 damage. You don't need to already have him leveled up. So it's pretty broken, that's why I really like the extra Bone Skewer. Yeah, those are the champions, so basically you're just playing a bunch of like really big units. We'll go through the units though anyways in case you guys aren't familiar. So Sharkling is your 1-drop that has 2 health, so you want to play this in matchups that might have like a parlay or a ping in some way, like Go Hard. Hatchling has only 1 health, just like Treasure Seeker, but Hatchling actually has Fearsome, so that's the trade-off, and it can actually get in quite a bit of damage because of that. Then Treasure Seeker is one of your non-lurk cards, but it's very important. So if you attack on turn 1, you have to make sure you can actually have a unit to attack to trigger lurk, or it puts you very far behind. And so it's important to have at least 9 1-drops in my opinion. And Treasure Seeker is one of the best ones to do that because it also gives you the Waking Sands. So the cool thing about Waking Sands is that it's a crazy amount of attack for just 2 mana. And because it's ephemeral, sometimes they don't want to block it, but if they don't block it, that's way too much damage for them to take, and it's usually going to be very easy for you to win the game later if they take that damage. You can also be using combination with the Vulnerable from Hammer Snout to remove like a really important target. And the other cool thing is that sometimes early game, you don't really want to attack with one of these things. So you need to be attacking every attack you can, right? Because you need to be triggering lurks as much as you can. But sometimes they'll have a good unit with a good stat line that would just kill your lurks and it wouldn't even die and you get a bad trade. Sometimes you just send in the Waking Sands to trigger your lurk for you, which will level up your other units, and then maybe you can get a better trade later. It's just a really important card. The other non-lurk card in the deck is Chronomancer. The 2-3 stat line though is pretty awesome. Sometimes I don't want to block it because for the same reasons that they won't be able to actually kill it. If they only have 2 attack units on their board, they usually don't want to block this because they won't get a good trade, and then you just chip in some damage. And then because it has the 3 health, it can let you do the same thing on defense, let you usually go 2 for 1 sometimes. But the main reason you play this is for the predict. So predicting basically guarantees that you won't miss lurk on that attack, so it's very important. And it also gives you better odds to get into Reksai or Pyke, which are very important to lurk into. Recall the Pack is a 2-mana burst spell that also is lurk. It puts a card from your hand on top of your deck and then creates 2 random lurkers. It can kind of be used to make your hand better if your hand is kind of clunky. But usually it's used on your champions, because if you like dead draw a Pyke or a Reksai, it's very awkward to have them in your hand, and you always want to put them back on the deck, right? So they'll just sit in your hand for a while. Especially Pyke is way better in the spell form. You can put a Reksai on top of your deck and get more lurks faster, or Pyke to make it back into the spell. Hammer Snout is like the removal card in the deck, giving you vulnerable. It's basically the only way to remove things other than the Pyke spell or the one of Bone Skewer. Snapjaw Swarm lets you get a trigger of lurk on defense since it gives you a free attack, and so it can really get you a lot of attack very fast. Recaller is the lurk that can also predict, very important like I said for the same reasons as Chronomancer. Then we have 2 Overwhelm units, which are usually one of the ways to close the game. The 5-drop is actually kind of better in my opinion. It has 1 less attack, but it has a really good effect. So if you've attacked with 8+ power, you actually get Fearsome, Overwhelm, and Spell Shield. The Fearsome can sometimes be useful, but even if they block it, you still have the Overwhelm anyways. It has also a lot of health to possibly get 2 attacks in. And the Spell Shield can be really good against some decks to close out the game, especially on open attacks. And then Jawfish is like one of the main endgame units of the deck. It's also really good because it allows you to play slower with the deck. When you play it, each lurker ally strikes a random enemy. If you have this card, it allows you to play like really slow if you want to and not have to send in like your units all willy-nilly and just get bad trades. You can actually hold on to them on like turn 5 or 6 or whatever, and then play Jawfish, wipe their entire board, especially if you have a Pyke on the field that it also strikes and possibly wipes the rest of their board. And they usually just can't refill the board enough again after that for the next attack. And yeah, that's basically lurk. I've been seeing a lot of Pantheon decks around. I think this does really good into Pantheon, especially if you attack on turn 1. If you attack on evens, it can actually be kind of awkward. If they play like Bright Steel Protector with a barrier, and then like a Pantheon with a barrier on defense, it can get kind of awkward and they can potentially win. But for the most part, you just have so many units and they just run so few units that you can usually just go wider than them and do so much damage and kill them, like before they can level up Pantheon. And maybe because of the hotfix, but I think a lot of people are experimenting and trying new things out, and Lurk just smushes any like non-refined deck. And yeah, so I just want to make this video in case you guys weren't thinking of Lurk. It's probably a really good deck to abuse right now in the next few days before people kind of figure out the meta after the hotfix. Yeah, that's about it. If you guys haven't subscribed already, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Maybe even like the video, everything helps out. Also, if you want to see me play anything in the near future, you can leave a comment below. I make a Runeterra video every single day, so the extra ideas are definitely useful. And I hope you guys like it. Thanks. Alright, we got a Masters player playing Pantheon Taric. Honestly, whenever I play Pantheon Taric, I beat them. Whenever I'm playing Pantheon Taric, I beat Lurk. But it's much easier to beat them if you are attacking on what's it called? If I'm attacking on turn 2 for them, because then they can like Bright Steel and get a bunch of value that way. Oh, I hit Reksai right away? Nice. I probably should use this then. I knew I was gonna hit Reksai. This is fine to do, because even if I miss Lurk here, I already got the value. And you can't even Chain Vest now to beat this. Okay. Okay, so now I get to predict, hopefully hit like a Pyke. Wait, what did I miss my mulligan? I just realized, like, what did I mulligan? I kind of want to skip, but I'm kind of scared that I'll like. I guess I'll just take vulnerable. The vulnerable is pretty good, right? Against like specific units like Taric and stuff like that. Wait, I don't even have units. The deck is pretty low on units.
Come out from your shadows, demon.
So if he has literally chain vest, which he probably does, he can kill one of these. I thought I missed Lurk for a minute, and I was like, wait, didn't I just pick a Lurk unit? So yeah, if he has chain vest, which obviously he does, he gets to kill this, but we don't care if he kills a treasure seeker, right? We still push 7. Okay. Guess we gotta play this. We never take a block though. Yeah, I kinda wanted to make that vulnerable, but it is what it is. Ah, fuck. I think what I do is I do this into a Reksai. And we're going pretty wide here. I hope he doesn't strike this immediately. Okay, yeah. We can still use this to get a Pyke on top of our deck. Okay, we hit a Pyke. This will be pretty strong, but this will be dead. Now he's at 2 HP, like us to challenge later. And Pyke will be at what? +5? So he's at 7 right now. So depending on what he taps under, we can actually. So what is Sharp Sight would bring this up 3, right? 7. So it might. What is this at? +6. Or it's at 2, right? So it's at 8, right? Like, I actually could beat Sharp. I could kill this even with Sharp Sight. I'd probably do that then, right?
To death I go.
I think I beat even Sharp Sight. Okay, he has another blocker.
And we have bled.
I guess we just play everything, right? Just go as wide as we can. Hope he doesn't have a judgment. If he passes and leaves judgment up, that's kind of sketch. Alright, let's go. We got him. Alright, so yeah. That's Lurk. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We hit Reksai right at the start, blindly. And it kind of just game played itself. I think if you attack on turn 2 though with Lurk, it gets pretty dangerous. Especially if they have Bright Steel like I said earlier. Because whenever I play against Lurk and I'm on... and they attack on evens, it's pretty easy to counter them, it feels like. Even... Ooh, Viego Zed. I actually heard about this new version. I think it's like similar. Usually to God Willow. I think I actually... You can keep Call the Pack, right? When you have a hand like this, I think. It's not that bad. Because then if I like natural a champion, I can just chuck it back. Yeah, so like, see, I got a natural Pyke, but now I can like guarantee Lurk. And now I got 2. So it's like, you definitely don't want that. So if you don't get Call the Pack and you double drop Pikes, they can feel really bad. Also, I like keeping both of these because it makes the odds of me hitting Lurk better if I have to, if I keep 2 non-lurk cards. I think I do Snapjaw, try to get another lurk on next turn.
See what I've learned?
I want to make it so you can't just get a free block with that. So you can kill that, but it's weak now at least, I guess. We have to do it. Like if I do the Waking Sands, he just blocks it with that. I don't know, think that doesn't sound that good to me. I think the best play this turn is to play okay, that's annoying. I might just pass, burn all my mana, which sucks, but I can't. Okay, that's really good. Oh no, he realized. If he attacks with this, that's really good for me. Okay, awesome. Okay, so now I can do this. Yeah, he probably blocks with the weak one, but still good. Still good for me, I think. Also, he probably has... What is that? He's running Black Spear? Interesting. Very interesting. I kind of like just playing a Pyke. So I can still have another Pyke mana up. We can start leveling up Pyke. He doesn't have a stun. He has quick attacks, so we don't have to worry about trading into these stinky encroaching. Maybe we just take that. We stop his draw. That probably wasn't the best use, honestly. We're probably supposed to save that Pyke spell for Viego. Now I think about it, I kind of just did it really fast. Doesn't feel like that good of a play. I want him to attack with this again so I can go for the Snapjaw Swarm. I'm kind of scared of this never gets a good attack anyway, so I think it's good to block, and I'm kind of scared of Atrocity, right? Now we get to go for this. Reksai, fuck. True. So I think he's not that worried about Pyke. It doesn't level up this attack no matter what. I think even if I hit Reksai, I go up to... Oh yeah, Reksai would level me up actually. Just trying to go wide. Regardless, as long as I hit Lurk, this becomes spell shielded. Dude, he has so many of these. That's so crazy. You can just play another one as well and buff it to 6. That's so annoying. Okay. Oh no, does he have like twin? Okay, we're good. The good news though is that we do have Jawfish. We have 2 of them. If he plays like a Viego or something like that, it's gonna be kind of hard for him to beat Jawfish, I think. He does have a lot of free units though. Like if he didn't have these, it'd be so good. Like guaranteed kill everything. Oh, actually, Pyke might kill something and like kill the whole board, right? Yeah. He has to. She has to stop. He has to deny the Pyke one. Oh, we got him. Wait, he can't deny. He only had 3 mana left. Yeah, he tapped under deny, and then Jawfish just smushed his whole board. That's why we had to make sure that we kept our units alive and didn't attack. Because if you like, when you have Jawfishes, you want to make sure you keep as many lurkers alive as you can. Just really slow play it. You don't need to just play it like an aggro deck a lot of the time. Oh, is this the same guy I played earlier? He went on to just mono Panth now. I'm gonna keep all these 1-drops because we want to just go aggro because he probably doesn't have infinite units. Fearsome can't be blocked in case we miss lurk. Like we always do. We always miss lurk. I'll go.
Go get the shiny.
Wait, does he not have another unit? Really? Okay, we got ourselves a Pyke.
Steady now.
Imagine we hit lurk on turn 1. Like, he's gonna block one of these, right? We'd be dealing 2 extra damage. We'd have him down to 9. Probably a single, right? Yeah. Ooh, that's scary. It's getting pretty big. Getting kind of scary. And like our Pyke sucks now, it only does 4 damage. Like we can't beat anything. We don't even beat Chain Vest. Normally I don't like playing Chronomancer on a defensive turn. I don't really know what else to do. We call the pack. We call the pack into Reksai, and then we have mana to work with next turn. He already used a strike spell. I'm gonna hope that he doesn't have many more. Okay.
Peace is a trail painted with blood.
Do we play this and like hope he doesn't have another unit, or do we just go? We just send it. Kind of down to just send it. Oh, we only have 2 lurkers though. We can just block those. That's pretty awkward.
Together, stranger.
Yeah, we can't really afford to play Pyke yet. We gotta kind of wait for him to do something.
My shield is yours.
Damn, we can't really even really do anything. Iron kind of sucks.
Find your own.
I almost kind of wanted to skip because like he could just play buffs if I block only 1. I wonder if he has rally. You have blockers though if he has rally. You have to have overwhelm and then rally. Ah, Bastion. Can we still summon a Pyke though?
Listen to me. You were.
Guess we're going ham. Seeing what happens. Not really worried about that, am I?
Heard good things about the Zerside.
He needs to attack, doesn't he? Because then I'll just drag it with one of these shitters.
Watch your head.
Turn it like so.
If he has single, we could actually be screwed here. Oh, we got him. Let's go. That was looking a bit sketchy. That was like one of the... Like we missed Lurk right on turn 1, so it was like a bit more sketchy. We just have so many units. I think I played it okay there too. If I rewatch it, maybe we would know for sure. But I felt like I took a kind of bad situation and did okay with it. All right, we got Akshan Sivir with Ionia. That's probably with that fist stuff, right? Alright, we shouldn't miss Lurk right here, right? We have 2 non-Lurk cards in our hand. Oh no, Pyke. I always like to play Treasure Seeker just because I usually always miss Lurk, so I want to make sure I have, Ooh, another Pyke. It's like the better value, right? So if I miss Lurk, I only do 1, and it can be like killed. I wish I had another 1-drop, it would be pretty lit. He doesn't have that many units. I think I'm down to... play the Waking Sands here, because he might only play 1 unit this turn. If he couldn't play anything the last 2 turns, I doubt he can play that many this turn, right? Yeah, so it's 1, he just played 1 thing. So, I mean, he could Notify this, honestly. But it's like... not the end of the world if he does. We guarantee Lurk for this one. And so, okay. It's honestly, I'm down with that. Okay, that's a bit scarier, but we still push so much damage. Song's loud, sorry. Okay. Also, he plays Sivir, he has like no mana. He's gonna kill that for free. I think he runs like recall. Probably not. It only does 2 damage.
Business as usual.
Yeah, get that for free. Sure. Yeah, play this first. Ooh, a Pyke. Another Pyke. I kind of like playing Reksai because like he doesn't want to have to like block this, right?
Cool eye patch.
If you like it, I mean, shut up and fight.
I don't know if I attack with these. I mean, don't I though? Just to push extra damage. Because he wants to block this. If he doesn't, he takes like infinite.
Do it.
Hey.
It's a trap.
I tried.
guess I kind of wasted my blockers for no real reason. I don't know. It might have been kind of troll. I just wanted to make sure I get the maximum amount of damage. But I probably just wasted my units. Like that same block could have happened if I just sent the first two, like Reksai and Pyke. So the cool thing though is that Pyke actually does kill his whole board. Right? Like even through quick attack or double attack. Does he have ghost?
It's a living.
Oh, I think I win. Oh, that's Pyke for you. You almost had a cheesy ass win right there. That's kind of annoying. If we didn't have another Pyke leveled up right there, that'd have been a pretty annoying loss.